Welcome back to Hub Recaps. Today I will explain a film, Parasite. Movie starts with the four family members including a man, Ki Taek, his wife, Chung Suk, daughter, Ki Chung and son, Ki Woo. They have been living in a small basement. They have to struggle hard for their survival. Because their financial condition was poor. They used to make the pizza boxes in order to run their house. But this job was not enough to fulfill the expenses of house. One day Ki Woo's university friend visits his house. Giving a stone to Ki Woo, he says, "It is from my grandfather for you." This stone was usually special. And it was thought taking this stone that the possessor of this stone gains happiness with a twist of fate. Ki Woo shares his poor financial condition to his friend. His friend tells that he is leaving to foreign in matter of study. "You can teach English to that girl whom I used to educate." On it Ki Woo says, "I am not college going so they will not hire me." His friend says, "I will recommend you, only ask your sister to make a fake degree." Ki Woo's sister is graphic designer so makes a degree for him. Then Ki Woo goes to that place for giving tuition. That house is a big and beautiful. That family is aristocratic named Park. This family also consists 4 members as husband and wife with their son and daughter. The daughter's name is Da Hai who comes under tutorship. There is also a maid who has been employed for a long time. He demonstrates himself and Da Hai's mother also takes it with her daughter. Satisfying from Ki Woo, she hires him. Then Ki Woo knows that her younger brother Da Song is fond of painting. They hired many teachers for it but no one continued. Ki Woo thinks that my sister is artistic so I suggest her to be his art teacher. While talking to Da Song's mother, he says that my cousin is artistic so I recommend you to hire her. Hearing it, Da Song's mother agrees. And Ki Woo introduces her sister disguising her Jessica named girl. Real name is not told so that no one may doubt to detect their bloodline. Ki Chung disguising herself as Jessica becomes the art teacher of that child. Impressing them, she also tells that I am art therapist. Now these both brother and sisters perform their job as being teacher of those brother and sister. As Jessica takes her first class, then the owner of this house Kanafam also reaches there. He asks his drive to drop Jessica to her house, and he does as is told. Driver goes to drop Jessica because it is too late. Jessica says to driver, "You can drop me at metro station," and driver drops her there. Sitting in a car, Jessica plays a trick so that their owner may doubt on the driver's character. And that owner becomes the part of trick and he doubts that their driver has affair with their son's art teacher. And he shares it with his wife. Then his wife asks Jessica about that night when she was dropped by driver. On it she says, "I got off at metro station then house." Owner of house is satisfied saying her to leave. And after that, they fire their driver. Jessica does it to replace the driver with her father. Then she recommends them that my father's brother Diver is expert so you can hire them. Then she introduces her father calling him father's brother driver. Her father also gets job. In this way, 3 of them as father, brother and sister perform their job there. They work as unknown persons for one another so that their owners may not suspect considering them father, brother and sister. Then we realize, Ki Woo and Da Hai begin to like each other in this coaching class. Now Ki Woo and Ki Chung also want a job for their mother in that house. And for this purpose, they have to discharge the maid from duties of this house. But it was not so easy, so they hit upon a plan. Any human being may have allergy with peach fuzz. So they do the same and pour the peach fuzz on maid when she is playing with the dog creating in her allergic. And she goes to hospital. Ki Woo's father also arrives there when she is there. He takes a selfie and includes a photo of her in it. Then he takes the house owner for shopping and tells that he had seen housemaid in the hospital. While selfieing, she was also captured in photo. I have heard her reluctantly that she is suffering from tuberculosis. But his lady owner does not trust him. Then he sends a message to Ki Chung that we are reaching at home within 3 minutes. Receiving message, Ki Chung again pours the peach fuzz on maid. And maid starts coughing. Meanwhile, lady owner reaches at home. That maid throws the tissue paper in dustbin after using it. Their driver moves to the dustbin where she has thrown tissue paper. Throwing sauce on tissue paper, he shows it to his lady owner. In such way, lady owner believes on her driver's words. And maid is suffering from tuberculosis. Then lady owner requests the driver to not mention to your sir. He will be got angry, so they also dismiss the maid. and their driver introduces her wife as a cook to them. Finally, his wife is hired. They are now all four serving in a single family, which leaves no room for doubt. They were living there under a guise of deception, using fictitious names. There is now a change in their condition. Their precarious situation improves. They are getting a good deal with the consistent food. Park family decides to go on a picnic on the birthday of Da Song and go for it. After their departure, they all have been celebrating and enjoying a party. Suddenly, doorbell rings, and the ex-maid is on the doorstep. She says, "My luggage has left here which I want to take." Chung Suk allows her to come inside, and she steps to the basement. That lady does not return even a great time has passed. On it, Chung Suk goes to check her. She is pushing a cupboard which is unmovable, because a plate is stuck there. Chung Suk removes that plate, as a result cupboard is moved. There is a secret way under that cupboard which is leading downward. This maid goes there and there is a male who is actually her husband. She has hidden him here for last 4.5 years. Park family is unaware about it, because the previous lived family does not tell them. And this lady knows everything about the secret way because she is working here for a long time. She has hidden her husband here because he is under the debt. He will be killed if he does not pay it. Then that maid requests Chung Suk to serve food to my husband in a week and refrigerator is available. "I will pay you in return." Chung Suk refuses, threatening her to call police. On it, that lady pleads to not do it as such. And Chung Suk's husband, son and daughter are hearing everything standing on stairs. One of them stumbles and all are fallen before them. Seeing it, maid makes a video in which Ki-woo said words are recorded as "my father, my foot." It is known that they are family and they have got this job trickily. She threatens to send this video to the lady owner of this house, but Chung Suk is pleading her to not do as such. She brings her husband on the ground floor and says them to stand and hands up. As they stand up, she also makes video of them and their party table. They all four attack on those husband and wife and delete that video, taking the mobile. Quarrel is being held among them. Suddenly phone bell rings. Chung Suk picks up the phone and lady owner is on the call. She tells that trip is cancelled because of the heavy rain and we are returning back within 8 minutes. And she asks her to cook food. And they have to manage everything within 8 minutes in-house. During call, they have placed their hand on the mouth of husband and wife. Afterward, they leave husband and wife in basement, fastening them, and then begin to clean the house. And the family returns at home after the exact 8 minutes. And they have cleaned the house. And Park family cannot think that what has happened before their arrival. And they all hide. Taking food, lady owner tells to Chung Suk that once my son woke up in the birthday night. Then he had seen a ghost. But he is not ghost but the husband of maid. But they take him as a ghost. It is raining. Their son Da Song insists to sleep outside at that night and he camps. Da Song's father and mother sleep in the hall room so that they may keep an eye on him. They are both talking with each other lying on sofa while Ki-woo, Ki-chung and Ki-taek are hidden under the sofa. Their driver is Ki-taek and the owner of house is telling to her wife that he has unbearable odor. He is speaking truth because their living place is waste area, so their all family members had a bad odor in their body and clothes. And they are hearing the whole conversation. They feel bad because Da Song had once said that my teacher has odor as in driver and maid. Then they think to change their towel and soap, but this odor is of their residence, not their body. And when they both sleep, they all come to their house basement, leaving the place of sofa. It is raining heavily. They found their house filled with water as they reach their house. All water comes inside because of the opening of window. And this place is not worth living. Then they go in an area where mostly people are asleep. And they spend their night at that place. Ki-chung receives a call from the lady owner who invites her, saying that you should come as a teacher for the happiness of our kid. And she also invites her daughter's tutor Ki-woo. Then she goes to market for shopping. And while sitting in car, a strange odor comes from her driver, so she places her hand over her nose. On it, driver is displeased on this reaction. Because he does not want such behaviors from people. His lady owner does not want to react, but she has to do as such. Party is being held while Ki-woo and his student Da-hai is upstairs. And Ki-woo asks her, "Do you think we are among of them?" On it, she says, "Yes," nodding, but they are not among of them. And he thinks if the people of basement come up, the whole secret will be revealed. And they have to lose their job. Thinking it, he brings a given stone by his friend. Taking this stone, he goes to the basement at the place of maid and her husband. Housemaid is dead before a night. Because when they are taking them in the basement, she tries to run upstairs. On it, Chung Suk kicks her, consequently she falls down and dead. All 4 family members are unaware about it. Ki Woo reaches in the basement taking that stone in his hand. Stone is fallen by him, but he stealthily picks up that stone going there. He had come here aiming to kill both of them. So their secret may never reveal before them. Because he can take any risk for the safety of his life. He proceeds gradually. Maid's husband, who was free now, drags Ki Woo, wrapping the rope around his neck, and binds that rope at a place. And he lifts the same stone and is nearly to hit Ki Woo with stone but does not hit. He runs from there but falls from the basement, and returning back, he injures him badly. He reaches at the party place and looks at Ki Chung, who is going to Da Song holding a cake. He immediately recognizes her. He stabs knife in her chest, wounding her. Ki Chung's father presses her wound in order to lessen the blood flow. But her wound is deep. Chung Suk sees that he has attacked her daughter and moves towards him. There is bitter quarrel between them. And Chung Suk kills that man during this fight. Now the house owner wants to take his key that is under that dead person. While taking that key, he feels odor and places his hand on his mouth. When his driver observes him doing as such, his face expressions are changed. Getting angry, he takes a knife and attacks on his owner. Ki Taek does it because his owner wanted the key so he may take his unconscious son to hospital. On the other hand, his own daughter is dying, but no one cares. Ki Taek looks at his owner, bewildered. He gets angry, so if he places his hand on his nose while taking the key from the ex-maid's husband. Because his body stinks in the same way as that person's, and he associates himself with that person. He now realizes that such people despise them. He attacks on him because of this narrow-mindedness. Afterward, that driver is disappeared. Ki Chung is no more, but Ki Woo is recovered but facing mental disorders. Then those mother and son are convicted of deception, fraud and conspiracy. But court releases them with no penalty, just giving instruction. Park family sells their house to German family. They don't know the history of this house. And driver Ki Taek is still present in the basement. Because he hides himself here after killing his owner, and no one knows about it. And he conveys messages in the Morse code from flickering light that he is hidden here alive. Morse code is thought as a signal which makes a communication between 2 persons. It has the facility to send message to others. He sends the message through that flickering light, clicking it on and off. He transmits signal to his son. His son Ki Woo, who observes signals through binocular at a distance. He decodes the received code and knows that his father is still alive in the same basement. And he regrets on his act of killing of the Park family's owner. He apologizes going before his photo. Ki Woo says, "I will earn much money and we will purchase the same house. And you must come up from basement, we will wait for you there." It happens. Ki Woo purchases that house and Ki Taek comes from basement without any fear. He meets his family, but it is his imaginations beyond the reality. And the movie ends here.